Well, this week it's about Anaheim peppers and seed saving. Join me. I have come out to pick Anaheim peppers, and look at those gorgeous peppers now. Never thought that they were gonna ripen, but yeehaw, they sure have. So I have to get in there and pick a bunch of peppers to process. I made that delicious powder last year. I think I'll show how I did that again because it was super yummy. Look at that harvest. Shazam. And we definitely have that much again still on the two plants. And by the way, this is just 2 Anaheim plants. Cool. This is Summer of Love, and we have not yet tasted them. So I think we're gonna get a taste. There's 2 more I'm gonna take as well. So it looks like, oh, this one's splitty too. Summer of Love tomatoes. Well, this is enough to process for today. We got a bowl full of cherries tomato. Those are the last of the Copper Rivers. Some wax beans, a couple of butternut squash. Those are the Summer of Love. And the peppers, Al found that the supposedly previously marked bush beans packet, which was pole beans, is actually producing, so yeehaw. And then more of the rest of the varieties that we've had all summer. So nice little haul today and plenty to process at once. Okay, I have 65 Anaheim chili peppers to get processed. What I'm going to do is slice them, save the seeds, take out the ribs and the center, and then I will put the slices in this tray for dehydrating. I'm gonna work inside this one to get the seeds out. It's got a little bit of a side to it, so if they ping, hopefully I'll keep them from going everywhere. My little cutting board, and these are gloves because they are chili peppers. They have a Scoville of about 500 to 2,500, so they will sting your fingers. Now, I get a few uses out of these gloves. What I do is when I am finished cutting, I actually wash my hands with the gloves on and get them clean, take them off, let them dry, and I probably get 5, 6, 7 uses out of them, depending on how rough an adventure it was. I have sharpened these knives because sharp knives make a job easier. Made myself a tea. And of course, I'm going to be watching YouTube. First up are Claire and Carrie at So Chatty. That's S-O-W, Chatty. It's a wonderful new little program. The girls are hitting all kinds of topics close to my heart. And then I'm going to go on and watch Shawnee Grows, her latest live that I missed on Monday. And that should get me done with these, maybe. Well, I am 2.5 hours in. That's what I've got for peppers. Heck of a lot of seeds. That's going to be great. But look at, I don't feel like I've made much of a dent. I forgot how tedious this is. Good thing I've got plenty of YouTube to watch while I'm doing it. Well, I'm going to stretch and go back at it. Okay, I just thought I'd show how I do this. I cut in here at the top and I get those seeds, and then I clean out the seeds. That's honestly where you get the most seeds from the pepper, is up here in the lid. So I clean the seeds out from the cavity, and I found that doing it in this container that has side works out really, really well. And then I'll take this and I will slice it and slice it. And then I will get this rib out of here, and the best way I've found to do that is just run along the rib like that and take it out. Those are bitter and they hold the heat from these Anaheims in there, and I'm not interested in the Anaheim heat. I am interested in the Anaheim flavor. So now I've got those strips, and I will cut them in half, and I've got some beautiful little strips then for dehydrating. Okay, I am finished with those peppers. There's the ones I did yesterday that have been in the fridge. Here's the ones that I did today. I have 9 of these trays, and I've done a parchment paper to put on them. And there's the seeds that I collected from those peppers, and they're going to just stay like that and dry out. So now I need to take these tongs, because I don't want to handle those babies without gloves, and fill up 9 of these trays for my Excalibur dehydrator. Well, I have loaded 2 of the trays into the Excalibur, and these are the ones that I still need to load. These are the first 2 that I've loaded into the Excalibur, and I turned one this way, and then I turned one that way, and then I'm just going to continue loading. Well, all 9 trays are loaded in with that crisscrossy pattern I did. I like to put it on the parchment because it keeps it neater. It's an extra step, but it's worth it to me. So now I need to get them going. So the suggested setting for vegetables is 125 Fahrenheit. So that is what I will do. Now this is an Excalibur, and I've had it for a few years now. So it is not the most modern one that they have, but it still does the job, and it has 9 trays, so I can do a lot at once. One of the most common questions I get asked is it worth it? And I say yes, absolutely. I did get mine at an end of the season sale at a sporting goods store of all places. So I was very pleased because I had been looking at them for a while. Drawbacks. I would say drawbacks are that in the middle of the summer, they put out heat. So you don't always want that going on in your kitchen. Secondly, it is a bit noisy. So this is what I've done recently in the dehydrator. I've done my lemon verbena and stevia, and I've already gifted some of each to my girlfriend who loves making herbal teas. And that's a good thing with the dehydrator, is you can make lovely gifts that people appreciate. So 5 trays of the dehydrated Anaheims fits into my Vitamix. And I'll spare you the noise of processing it down. That's 5 trays processed down. Crazy. And there are the last trays, and I'll whiz those down. Well, there's that delicious pepper powder all made. Very excited to have that back in my kitchen. Last thing I'm going to do is add one of these food grade silica packs to it to make sure that it stays nice and dry. If you would find that your powder seemed a bit moist, you could put it in the oven on the lowest setting for a few minutes to dry it out. Well, I've been out doing some pruning up here in the bed. It's pretty wild. And this is the time when the snapdragons really shine. But I am getting the seed that is available off. What you want to get are the totally brown ones because they will just release their seed. And let me, if I dump this to one side, you can see how many seeds have just fallen out naturally. I find those are the highest germination seeds. So that's quite a bit from, you know, just that many heads that I've gathered so far. I'm also gathering some zinnia and some salvia. There's a lot that aren't going to be ready on there, but what shakes out is ready. Oh, I've also got some cosmos seeds from these little heads. See them down there? The little black crescents, those are the seeds. Really pretty easy to collect them, but it's hard to wait till the moment is right to get them at the perfect timing. Well, I just finished watering and noticed that my garlic chive seeds are ready, and I better get them before they all fall everywhere but where I want them. Well, I have a little bouquet of seeds already. These are nice and brown, so those are ripe. Of these little zinnias, that's good. Al's holding that beautiful fuchsia plant, which I have no idea what it is, that came from a wildflower pack, and a variety of snapdragon seeds. Well, the last of my yin-yang beans appear to be dry, so let's get that plant out of there. All right, out it comes, one fell swoop, hopefully. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent job, Mr. Miller. Yep, we are winding this garden down. Today is probably the last day of true summer temperatures through the end of the season, and we are taking full advantage of it. Hope you enjoyed this week, and I hope you come back again. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge, and that's okay. Bye for now, and we'll see you on the next one.